Alright, so here's pro tip number one. Never use the browser's navigation buttons, so the back or the forward buttons, or use like the refresh button or hit F5 on your keyboard, because what that can lead to, like, you just don't want to get in the habit of doing that. What that can lead to is if you're editing an article and you refresh or you go back to the previous page, the Joomla software leaves that article locked with you as the editor. So let's go through a little example to illustrate the problem. So let's say I'm logged in as the test user, right? And I'm editing this article. I realize I don't want to make any changes, so I just press back. So I get here, and then I'm like, oh, I actually wanted to edit this other article. I go on my merry way, I log off, I'm done for the day, great. Then some other user comes along, and they want to edit the article that that first user pressed the back button on. So you go to click on it, and they're going to get an error. And basically what it's saying is that another user is currently editing the file. So since that first user didn't, when they were editing, they didn't click the cancel button or close, whatever this is. So that's the normal way that you'd exit while editing. They left, so since they didn't do that, they left the file locked. So as far as Joomla is concerned, user number one still editing the article, and that lock can stay active indefinitely until that same person comes along and it's closed. So if we come back to the second user, they can now edit it because the article is properly, the edit session was properly ended. So that's just, a quick lesson. Just try not to use the navigation buttons in the web browser. It'll save you some headaches. If you do find that there's an article that's locked and you aren't the person that previously was editing it, we can, administrators with the right privileges can forcibly check in an article. So that can be resolved without having to have the original person that locked the file log in and check them all back in. Like, we can overcome that problem, but you'll have to contact somebody with the right permissions to get that fixed. So just try to avoid using the forward and back buttons and it should be fine.